All right, guys, they're starting their victory lap or Liberty lap here in Yucaipa. And it's for Easter, I think they said. Or this is Easter week. Palm Sunday is today, right? But I thought I'd come up here and just grab this real quick. Beaumont. But they're doing their weekly Liberty lap here in Yucaipa. So I thought I'd come up here and catch it for some of you Yucaipans. We'll go down to the boulevard too. See if they're on the boulevard. They're all lining up. I don't know which way they're going. They're going, oh, I see what they're doing. So he's got to back up a little. And like I said, we'll go down to the boulevard and get some of it too for you guys. This guy over here is peeling out. See the smoke? Must have got stuck. But we're gonna go ahead and record everybody going by, see what kind of vehicles we got here. Wilson Towing. This is the Liberty Lap. Uniting communities in a positive way. We got some dune buggies. Got some choppers. We got a truck. Don't tread on me. That's right. And I'm talking about patriotism, you know, America. Regardless of who we voted for or what we believe in, one thing rings true is that this country, you have the freedoms afforded to you to believe how you want and to speak how you want. That is true, you know. We do have a constitution that allows for free speech. You might say I'm Black Lives Matter. You might say I'm with the Proud Boys. You might say I'm with whoever. You still have the right to believe in that and to speak about it. You know what I mean? You might disagree. People might disagree with Black Lives Matter, but they still... Everyone, regardless of race, creed, or religion, regardless of ethnicity, you have the right in the United States of America to speak your mind. And it should be without passion or prejudice. You know what I mean? So let's say you have a KKK member and a Black Lives Matter member in a debate. They're going to disagree. But the great thing about America and the United States of America is each one of them have the right to speak their mind regarding what they believe in without passion or prejudice. They might be prejudiced, they might be racist, but here in this country, they're allowed to speak their minds without passion or, well, without prejudice. Does that make sense? You get what I'm saying? Like, we don't say, okay, the Black Lives Matter people can speak, but the KKK guy, you got to go home. You don't have a right to speak here today in this country. What? This is the United States of America. We may not agree with it. You know, me, for instance, I can't stand the organization of the KKK. I think they're disgustingly ugly because of their racism, their prejudice, but I don't have the right to prohibit their free speech, nor to limit their liberty in this country. As United States citizens, they have the right to free speech. We may not agree with it. We may think it's ugly, or that it's, you know, we may not want it here. They have the right to be here and to speak freely. I, as a veteran of the United States Army for 15 years, gave of my time and 15 years of my life to ensure that those freedoms exist in this country. When I was in Germany in the 80s, they had a thing called the Red Army faction. She said something about Trump. They had something called the Red Army faction, and the Red Army faction would go around and blow up facilities and whatnot of people they disagreed with. And we were told that because they would try to get on our army bases, and we were told, we had a poster there of the top ranks of the Red Army faction. So when we were on guard duty, they had that poster posted there, and it said, if you see any of these people, contact the police immediately. You get what I'm saying? My point is, as an American soldier, my job was to defend those posts and those facilities against the action or the terrorist action of that organization or that group. So here we come to the United States of America, and if someone will bomb something or blow something up because of, you know, or to prohibit people's free speech, I served as an American soldier to protect that. To protect that right to free speech. Does that make sense? I'm winging it. So I'm trying to make sense, but just saying that this is one of the reasons for this lap here, for these people driving, is to show that we have the right to free speech. And they said it's just bring your American flags, or bring, you know, your some have don't tread on me flags, which is fine. But let's say someone in this line came around the corner with a Trump flag or a Black Lives Matter flag. They still have the right to do that. You say, well, that's not what this march is about. Sure it is. They call it the Liberty Lap. And liberty is what is afforded to us in the United States of America. So if someone, let's say, had a Black Lives Matter flag, and you said, you can't have that in this parade. No, you got it. No, that flag, take it down. Well, then what are you parading for? Thanks, guys. Let's go down to the boulevard and see if we can get some.